In an examination there were n students. When the results were declared, it was observed that 2 raised to power n minus p students failed in at least p subjects where p is a natural number less than or equal to n. The number of subjects for each of the students in which he or she got failed is counted, and then all such numbers are added. If the aforementioned sum is 63, what is the number of students in the examination? So first of all, we have to find the number of students who failed in exactly one subject, who got failed in exactly two subjects, who got failed in exactly three subjects, and so on up to who got failed in all the n subjects. The number of students who failed in at least one subject will be 2 raised to power n minus 1, because the number of students who failed in at least p subject is given as 2 raised to power n minus p. The number of students who failed in at least two subject is 2 raised to power n minus 2. In exactly three subjects, 2 raised to power at least three subjects, 2 raised to power n minus 3. And in at least n, or it will be exactly n, because there is no scope of going beyond n. So the number of students who failed in exactly n subjects is 2 raised to power n minus n, which is 2 raised to power 0. So the number of students who failed in exactly one subject will be the number of students who failed in at least one subject minus number of students who failed in at least two subjects, because at least one is one or more and at least two is two or more, and when we subtract at least two from at least one, we'll get exactly one. So at exactly one will be 2 raised to power n minus 1 minus 2 raised to power n minus 2. In exactly 2 similarly will be 2 raised to power n minus 2 minus 2 raised to power n minus 3, and so on. And if we add 1 into the number of students who got failed in exactly one subject plus 2 into n minus 2 raised to power n minus 2 minus 2 raised to power n minus 3, and so on up to 2 raised to power 0, will get the required sum, because the required sum is the number of subjects for each student. Those students who got failed in exactly one subject into the number of subjects will give the number of subjects for which, or the sum of the number of subjects in which exactly one student got failed. 2 into the number of subjects, the number of students who got failed in exactly two subjects will give us the sum of the number of subjects in which exactly two students failed, because each student got failed in two subjects and there are 2 raised to power n minus 2 minus 2 raised to power n minus 3 students are there. So the total number of subjects when counted for each of the students who failed in exactly two subjects will be 2 into 2 raised to power n minus 2 minus 2 raised to power n minus 3. And similarly, who failed in exactly three subjects, when the sum of their subjects is counted, it will be 3 into 2 raised to power n minus 3 minus 2 raised to power n minus 4. This when added up to 2 raised to power n minus n into n, it will give us required sum, which is 63. And on simplification, this comes out to be 2 raised to power n minus 1 plus 2 raised to power n minus 2 plus 2 raised to power n minus 3 plus and so on up to 2 raised to power 0, and this is equal to 63. On simplification, this will become 2 raised to power n minus 1, because this is GP, and when we apply this formula of the sum of GP, we'll get 2 raised to power n minus 1, and this is equal to 63. From here we'll get 2 raised to power n equals 64. So from here n is equal to 6. Therefore option B is the correct answer.